Hello and good morning, beautiful people. I pray all is well with you and your families. I pray you thank the Lord for waking you up this morning, because someone did not, someone will not. For this is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. I did not want to do a video this morning. I did not. But the Lord said it's time. Over this past holiday, the Lord allowed the enemy to rear its ugly head in many families, including my own. The truth is this: my birthday was on Thursday. On Monday of last week, I literally sent out a message letting people know I would probably not answer my phone on Thursday, because I'm going to be resting in the presence of God, just thanking Him that I'm alive. Because once again, every year I'm reminded that my son did not make it past the age of 19. My oldest son did not make it past the age of 19. My mother is no longer living. I no longer celebrate holidays, but I still thank God. But I thank God daily. It doesn't take a holiday. It does not take an American-made holiday for me to say thank you to the Lord. Be that as it may, I get up Friday morning and I check my messages, and it's a message from my dad, and he was mad that I didn't answer my phone once him and all of his other children and his wife gathered together. But yet I sent him a message Monday telling him I would not answer my phone. He had already texted me happy birthday and everything else. So why is it a problem that I didn't answer my phone when him and his family gathered? See, what the Lord showed me is this. Although they always try to wait till they're together to call me, it's really a smack in my face to remind me that I am the outcast and the black sheep of the family. It's a reminder that I was disowned at the age of 16 when I got pregnant with my first son, and I'm never invited to any of their dinners, to any of their gatherings. And then the moment they want to invite me to something, it's short notice. He let me know that it was an attack from the enemy. Every single year, that was an attack from the enemy. And I thank the Lord for showing me that, because after being in prayer with God, I sent my dad a 10-minute video, 7-minute video, whatever, letting him know that, for one, I was not wrong for not answering my phone when on Monday I told you I would not answer my phone, because I will be thanking the Lord that I'm alive and thanking God for the memories that I had with my son. And when my family would gather, and my mother is dead, and I no longer celebrate holidays. And I said, I'm just done with this constant reminder of me being the outcast of the family, when in all honesty, I am the chosen one of the family, from your side and my mother's side. I realize that now. I'm your firstborn, but I'm my mother's thirdborn child, but I am the chosen one. I am the one that has been chosen by God, regardless of who like it and who does not like it. And I'm okay with the separation. I'm at peace with my past. It has been 30 years. I will no longer tolerate you all rubbing in my face that I have not been a part of that family since I got pregnant with my first son. I'm not tolerating it. God told me I don't have to tolerate bad behavior. I don't have to tolerate it out of anyone, not family members or anyone. And this includes my very own dad. And like I told him, I honor you and I love you, and I have forgiven you because Christ has forgiven me. I love you because Christ loved me first. But one thing I found out during the time that you were not around, that God is a father to the fatherless. Yeah, you're my earthly father, but I now know who my Father in heaven is. And He's been with me along the way. You disown me for having a child, but yet my brother has kids, but you don't disown him. You help him with his children, and you never help me with mine. See, the truth hurt, and if he would have just let well enough alone, I would not have even had to go there with him. But like I told him, the Bible says, honor thy mother and thy father, but parents, do not provoke your children to anger. See, this narcissistic, Jezebelic mentality. Listen, to all the daughters out there who were hurt by your dad, here's what the Lord wants you to know today. This was His divine protection from that controlling spirit. When you listen to your siblings who actually had a relationship, you realize they lived in a life and a house of horror. You did not have to grow up that way. Yes, you went through many trials and tribulations, but you did not get hurt over and over again. My God, my God. The Lord in the separation process is coming with family, you all. He keeps showing me this over and over again. The Bible is clear. You got to be able to leave your mother, your father, your spouse, and your children to follow after Christ. You know, this Western Christianity where they tell you to make it about your family first, that is not biblical. You got to make it about family when you're in the same home. Yes, you need to make sure your house is in order. So don't get me wrong about that. But for these family members that are not living right, they are not showing you the love of God. They try to use you as a punching bag. Oh, this is what it means by you must be willing to separate. You must be willing to let go of everyone to follow after Jesus fully and wholly. You know, you've got to give yourself to the Lord wholly. You know, I know there are many daughters who want relationships with their dads, and I'm telling you, it was God's divine protection because he knew that that man would hurt you more than any other man on this earth. God knew it. He knew it. And the truth is, these type of people, they don't want to admit it, but when the children and the spouse, I'll say the same thing about you. I'm sorry, sir. You need deliverance and you need counseling. You need Jesus for real. You know, the saddest part is after I would leave the message and I would be like, I'm done with this conversation. The next day I wake up and there's another message from this demon that's in this man that wants to have the last word and wants to be in control. And I made it clear that he was not in control. I'm 45 years old. You do not control me. You've been out of my life for 30 years. Yeah, we've conversated on the phone. Yeah, we send each other cards, but we do not have a relationship. And I am not my brother. I am not my siblings. You cannot talk to me the way that you talk to them. You better watch your mouth when it comes to me. See, I don't argue with demons. I don't care. Like I told him, I had to go through this same thing with my mother before she died. I had to tell her the truth about what she really did to me. I had to go through counseling because of the abandonment from you and my mother when I got pregnant with my first child. But yet you have 3 different baby mamas or maybe more. She had 2 baby daddies. And you all have the audacity to act like I did a worse sin than you did. The foolishness. You know, see, and then I said, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. Like, you don't respect me. You don't respect anyone. You think you're always right. And that is the problem. You are not always right. You are not in control. And the saddest thing is, I said, I'm done with this conversation. I'm done with it. I wake up the following morning. This went 3 mornings in a row, you all. This is how you know it's a demon. And then in the last message, he was like, you do this every holiday season. And then I responded, because every holiday season, I'm reminded that I'm not a part of your family. Every holiday season, I'm reminded that my son was killed 2 days before my birthday. Every holiday season, I'm reminded that my mother is dead. And now I know the truth about the holidays. All of them started from some type of sacrifice and people being slaughtered. So no, I do not celebrate them. Be that as it may, you don't have enough respect to realize that I don't celebrate them. And you think I'm supposed to wait until you all gather for you to call me to remind me that I'm not a part of your family. I am at peace with not being a part of your family. I haven't been a part of your family since I was 15 years old. I am at peace, Daddy. I am at peace. Don't you get it? I have more peace than all of you. You all try to pretend and act like you got a good life, but they lived a life of horror. My siblings told me the story. Your wife told me the story. The life that you all live is not glitz and glamour. Why am I sharing this? Because many women, many grown women feel like you were not good enough, but it was God's divine protection. And the Lord wants you to go in peace and be at peace with your past. And thank God that you did not have to experience the horror that your siblings went through. And that is a word from the Lord. You know, I did not want to share it because it's like telling my daddy's business. But at the end of the day, He needs deliverance and counseling, and he's not always right. And I told him, I thank God for you. I honor you, but I know that God in heaven, he never left me nor forsake me, and he made sure I was okay.